right, hey there, Danielle Matthews here. I am a post-traumatic growth specialist. I love teaching people how to turn their pain into their power, and today we have book club. Book club is something that we started 2 months ago. Wayne Dyer's work. So this was something that we collectively kind of had a conversation with you guys. We got to vote in which book we wanted to do, and we landed on The Power of Intention with Wayne Dyer. And it's been above and beyond. I mean, this is like a playbook for how to get the most out of life. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Hey Lou, glad you're on here. Guys, as you join, just let me know. We'll get started in a couple minutes. I know it takes a minute for Facebook to alert everybody, and over here on Instagram for the alert to go out that we are live. I love having this discussion live with you. If you're catching the replay, please still interact in the comments. I check, I look, and the conversation is always really good. But this week we started on, like, this book evidently is in 2 parts. And so this second part is putting intention into work for us. So putting it to work for us and actually like understanding the things that we need to do. It's like, I think there's a lot of times, you know, we get, hey Peg, Peg's over on Facebook this morning. Nice. So I think that, you know, sometimes we intellectually understand things, and we don't understand how to actually, though, like, what are the things that we need to do, like the how. We understand it, but like, how do we make it happen? Hey Larry, glad you're joining us. And I think what I'm really liking about Wayne's book is he's telling you the how. He's like, this is what you actually need to go do in order to connect in with this force that can bring all you've ever desired to you, and it can help you co-create your life. I don't know if you guys felt that way, Lou and Peg and Larry, but that's what I'm loving. And this chapter, I think, really, it kind of surprised me. Was anyone else surprised by this topic of self-respect? I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about self-respect? But as I went through this, and then, you know, I always read the chapters like twice, and I'm annotating and, you know, all the things, it really sunk into me that is everything. Like, our self-image is the vibration we hold, and it's what we attract in from. Oh, Norway, you're joining us. Nice. I don't know if I pronounced your name right, but Thule, you have to tell me. We'll have to figure that out. So I can get that pronunciation correct, but glad you're joining us. So let's talk about self-respect. I think this is a universal thing. It doesn't matter if you're in Norway, if you're in the US, if you're over in Asia, Australia, wherever you are, we are all human beings, and we're all having a very similar experience with our minds. And so this idea of self-respect, you know, he kicked off the chapter saying that you are a piece of God, and that you must see the God inside of you. And I mean, he invited us to like read that statement and really feel the gravity of that statement. But have you guys tried like looking in the mirror, like looking at yourself and saying that? Not in like an egotistical way, oh God, but like this awe-inspiring, truly, of like, I am a piece of God manifested here. Like, it's beautiful. And to not be able to respect that is kind of wild. He says it's important to remember that at every single moment of your life, you have the choice to either be the host of God or the hostage of your ego. Because as a human, we have this ego mind that helps us operate in this world, but it also makes us forget our true essence and who we really are. And I just thought, what a beautiful way. Did anyone else like resonate? What a beautiful way to delineate things. Like, in day-to-day life, you know, we're either a host to God and that part of us, or we're a hostage to our ego and this crazy mind of ours that has us, you know, thinking all sorts of wild things. He says, if you are going to be the hostage of your ego, he says your worth is as a person is going to be measured by your acquisitions and your accomplishments, and your self-respect will be through others. Have anyone noticed that? Like, when you allow your ego mind to kind of take the front seat, your worth is through what others think of you. It's through what accomplishments that you've, you know, made in this life. It's through what you've acquired. How big is your house? How nice is your car? What kind of food are you able to eat? Like, whatever. It's kind of crazy. Namaste, yes. Absolutely. And you have to honor the light and the divine in you. That's the yogis, I think, have it beautifully. The lineage I follow says Jai Bhagwan. What does that mean? It means let the spirit be victorious. Namaste. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Right? That God piece that we are, that divinity that's within us. And I love this saying, let the spirit be victorious. Like, I want to be the host of God, not the hostage to my ego. So Lou says, what value do I bring? Yeah, you bring a ton of value. It's an internal thing. Peg said it up-leveled the responsibility to be that for myself and how that influences and uplifts others as well. Yeah, absolutely. When you are it and you are holding that space and you are being the divinity, your light is shining clearly. It also gives permission to others to do the same thing. I don't know if you've noticed that. But when you stand in that, other people feel like, wow, they're drawn to it and they want to stand in it. So we have a big impact. He says, I think on page 135, I put a big exclamation mark next to this because I loved it. He said, he wrote, I respect the peace of God that I am, and I tap in to the power of intention, and my feeling of respect for it enhances my respect for myself. So do you have a respect and a beautiful vision of God, of the divine? And if you do, just turn that around. That's you. You are a piece of that. And have that same awe, that same respect, that same, I don't even have the word of like, just, you feel it in your heart, right? It's just this openness, this like, wow. Lou says, your smile uplifts us, Peg. Yes, it does, Peg. Your presence is powerful, my friend. So I thought this was a really interesting way that he kind of went through this. And I also thought, when you don't feel worthy, like he wrote in italics on page 136, that it stops the flow of anything that I or you desire, which is coming in your direction, because I don't believe I'm worthy of receiving it. So when you are attached to the ego and of what, say, you're at the mercy of what somebody else says you are worth, or whoever you are, you then don't feel worthy of receiving. And I freaking loved this example of a raccoon he used. And he said, can you imagine a raccoon not feeling worthy? I don't deserve food today. I don't deserve a home. Oh, woe is me, walking around. That raccoon is going to get eaten by some predator. You know what I mean? If you're in that state, you're going to attract in junk also. Right? Oh, I'm not worthy of this. I'm not worthy of a good business. I'm not worthy of an extra whatever in a month. I'm not worthy of $1,000. Are you kidding me? What a low energy. Isn't it wild? You think of animals, they would never do that. Animals are in this space of of course I'm worthy of a good place to live and I'm going to go find it. And they find it. Of course I'm worthy of food today. And the food comes. And it's we let our mind, because we let the ego take us hostage, we let our mind make us think, oh, I'm not worthy because my teacher told me I wasn't, my ex-boyfriend told me I wasn't, my parents told me I wasn't, my whoever told me I wasn't. And then we walk, Ron, you're laughing. Yeah, exactly. So I will forever and always think of a raccoon. If I ever get down on myself, I'm yes, Danielle, this is the raccoon wandering around feeling sorry for itself. It's not going to get anything because it doesn't feel that it deserves anything. But the moment the raccoon flips into, yeah, of course I deserve a place to live. I'm going to go find a place to live. Be in the same space. Of course you deserve good things. Go find the good things. They're not going to find you. That tree isn't going to go walk over to the raccoon and say, live here. The raccoon has to be in motion. Anyway, I love that. I have never, ever heard anyone make a description in that way. And to me, I'm a visual person. So when you paint a picture like that, I love analogies. That to me is the best analogy. I'll be sharing that for sure. In time to come. That was good about the raccoon. Yeah, right, Marie? I agree. I totally agree. So interesting. I want you guys to reflect. We're going to do a little, this is interactive. Okay. So, and if you're open to it, put it in the chat. It would be helpful. So I just want to ask you these questions because it'll be enlightening for us. So how do you see the world you live in? What's the first word that comes to you? It's the first word. Hostile, is the first word. Abundant is the first word. Like, how do you see the world that you live in? And if you can put it in the chat, that'd be great. So that's question 1. Question 2. Peg says immense. Yes. Question 2. What do you think people in general are really like? What do you think people in general are really like? Larry says chaos. Ron says struggle. Lou says opportunities. I think there's like a little lag time between when I'm talking and when you guys are putting. Okay, so now that we got those about the world, now that it's spring after such a horrible winter, it's beautiful, nice. I'm seeing opportunities. I'm seeing things. Larry, people in general. So Larry says people in general are good. Peg says people are scared. What do you think people in general are really like? This is my next question to you all. That's hard because it depends on what they are seeing and watching. But you, as you view the person, Marie, how do you see them? Lou says, I see them as wanting. Peg says, I see them as scared. Larry says, I see them as good. What is it that you see? In general, people are pretty great. In my town, anyway. Nice. Okay, next question. Do you believe that evil is triumphing over good? Do you believe that evil is triumphing over good? Yes, if you think evil is. No, if you think evil is not. Okay. Next question. No, yes, I agree with you, Peg. No, evil is actually not triumphing. You know, our news likes to portray everything as terrible, but like, open your eyes and talk to people. It's not. In my opinion. That's my opinion. Larry says, unfortunately, yes. Okay. No, but it gets more publicity. Yes, exactly, Lou. No, but it's trying to. It's an ongoing battle. It depends. Okay. All insightful answers. Next question. Is the world filled with egocentric, selfish people? If I listen to the news, yes. If I'm not listening, I'm pretty optimistic. Exactly. Fear runs rampant on the news. Evil things do. So is the world filled with egocentric, selfish people? Yes or no? Yes or no? What's your view? Larry says no. Yeah, my sense is no. Peg says depends on where you're hanging out. There's a lot of those people out there. Yes, okay. There's a spectrum, Ron says. No, Peg says. All right. Can the little guy ever get ahead? What is your opinion? Can the little guy ever get ahead? Yes, the little guy can. No, the little guy can't. Can the little guy ever get ahead? I mean, my personal view is like, yes. I love hearing, especially people that like immigrate to this country and they make the American dream happen for themselves. It's like, it's a beautiful thing. Like the underdog can for sure win. If the little guy finds belief, sure, yes, blessings, yes, but he must want to. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. It's up to how you see yourself. Yes, self-respect. All right, next question. Are government entities and all their representatives corrupt and untrustworthy? This was written a while ago. And in America, not in communism. Nice. You're a great example. Thanks. Yeah. So, that's one's about government. No. Yeah, not at all. Yeah. There's a lot of people that feel yes, it is. There's other people who feel no, it's not. All interesting. Next question. Is life unfair? That is a powerful one. That one made me stop. Is life unfair? There's a delay in answers to this one. My spiritual teacher would say life is what it is. Fair or unfair is your decision. It's if you think yes or no. No, because we all always have choices. Yeah, exactly. Is it impossible to get ahead if you don't have connections? That's an interesting one. Do you feel like it's impossible to get ahead if you don't have connections? Hate to judge. Who says no? It sure is full of its share of ups and downs, but life is a gift. Yes, well said. I agree. No, we have the power to make connections. Yes, agreed. We certainly do. So all of this might have sounded familiar. It was on page 137 of the book. He asked us to pause and like think of these questions, and I wanted to just like really take some time to think about it, because what he says is that how you think of the world is really how you think of yourself. Interesting. Like the questions that were asked, it kind of made me go, oh, okay. You know, he says, whatever attitude you have about the world in general is a good indicator of the respect you have for your abilities to intend into this world what you desire. Super fascinating. Super fascinating. So just look back at your own responses and see. Because that's a good indicator of like how you're looking at the world is also how you view yourself. As within, so without. Like, it is amazing. I talk about this in my ebook. It's all the sunglasses you're wearing, right? This is all the same. And yeah, there's two ways to look at it. So you have to choose where to focus. And as he says, you have to choose which wolf to feed. I loved what this grandfather said to his grandson. He said, I have two wolves barking inside of me. The first wolf is filled with anger and hatred and bitterness and mostly just wants revenge. And then the second wolf inside of me is filled with love and kindness and compassion and is mostly filled with forgiveness. And the little boy asked the grandfather, which wolf do you think will win? And of course the grandfather said, well, whichever one I feed. And I just thought, like, that's it. Are you feeding the ego, the thing that's based in fear and all of this duality? Or are you feeding the God within you, the divinity that says, I'm all allowing, I'm unconditionally loving no matter what? Because there will be situations that come to you that you're like, oh, I cannot accept that. But the divine in you can. So, I thought that was really nice. He had some like really powerful examples. This man, brilliant. I mean, just absolutely brilliant. So he says in the end, with self-respect, making the opinions of others greater than the opinion of yourself, you have to remember that self-respect comes from the self. It originates from the self. And if you are seeking the respect of others over your own, you are creating a very low energy field. He says, if you've allowed any of those lower negative thoughts and opinions that were directed your way to become the basis of your self-portrait, you're also asking the universal mind to do the same. Negative viewpoints of others represent their own low energy ego working on you. It actually has nothing to do with your self-respect. So, how many times have we let somebody else's opinion of us impact us? I will tell you in my work, and many of you I work with and I coach and I lead, I see it time and time again, people are afraid of rejection. They are afraid of what another person is going to think of them. I work with the Sia, right, the blue bottle, and we share it. And to the average person, it looks like salt water, and people laugh. And it's not salt water. I mean, it's like patented. It's an incredible breakthrough. But people get too scared of, oh, what are they going to think of me for doing this? What someone thinks of you is none of your business. Like, this is something that I just want to shake people sometimes. It doesn't matter. And the moment you detach yourself and you literally just cut the thread is the moment you will be empowered. Because now you get to decide your worth. You know yourself, and you need to stand tall in yourself. It's confidence, right? And it's a knowing of the self, and it's like, don't be at mercy of somebody else's opinion. I love what he said. I think it's towards the end of the book. He said, I could do a talk, Wayne Dyer said this, with 500 people in the room, and at the end of that talk there will be 500 different opinions about me, and none of them are correct. The only one is how I view myself. I'm like, what? Like, it's so good. And on social media, you know, like, there are wild things that come at you on social media when you start showing up online. And it's like, it has nothing to do with you. I find it super interesting. I get fascinated. I'm like, what is wrong with that person that they're projecting this at me? It has nothing to do with me. You know, it has to do with what's within them. You know, I tell people, even the good things, when people are like, oh, this and that, and they tell you good things, I'm like, I'm your mirror. Like, I'm not that either. I'm not the good or the bad. I just am. Your viewing me is just showing you what's within you. You know? So, like, there's people I look up to. The founder of this company, my spiritual teacher, and anytime I'm around them, it lifts me. And I've said thank you to them so many times, and it's like, no, I'm just your mirror, Danielle. What you love is something that's also within you that is that. And you're just seeing it manifested here, and it's feeling really good. And when you see things externally that you don't like, well, it's because it's something internal within you. This is like wild to think about. If you let yourself settle in on this, it'll set you free. It'll set you free in business, for sure, those of you that I'm in business with. But in life, like, you are not at the mercy of anyone's opinion. You are not. You're at the mercy of your own. So check yourself. Where is it within yourself? And so he gave us some steps. And this is what I'm loving about this book. Is like, it's so, well, how do you do it? How do you do it? Yes, Peg says often to people, I am a reflection of you. You are. We are one another's mirrors. So the first step, he has 10, and we got 10 minutes, so we'll give a minute to each. How's that sound? I thought these were really helpful. Grab one and do it, right? Sometimes when you're given too many things, you don't do any of them, but grab one of these. So by the end of this, I want to know which number you're going to kind of latch onto. Oh, lots of chats coming through. It's like it's delayed sometimes, I think. Lou says, be kind to yourself. Ron says, I'm starting to look forward to no's to know I will get the yeses. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So the first thing that he says is look into the mirror, make eye connection with yourself, and say, I love me, as many times as possible during the day. I did this at the gym yesterday. My gym is like filled with mirrors. And so when I work out on some of the machines, I'm like staring at myself. And I just looked myself in the eyes and I said, I love me. And I was doing this workout and it was like this beautiful energy just started to like emanate. It was amazing. And I've literally never, oops, sorry, Instagram, my phone is going down. I have literally never done that before. So try it. Absolutely try it. I love me. I love me. And right now we're going to do this one. So the second thing he says you can do is write the following affirmation and repeat it over and over and over again. So I want you to write it in the chat 3 times. You ready? The affirmation is, I am whole and perfect as I was created. I am whole and perfect as I was created. Write it in the chat. I am whole and perfect as I was created. I am whole and perfect as I was created. Ron, you are whole and perfect as you were created. Lou, whole and perfect as you were created. Peg, you were whole and perfect as you were created. Marie, you are whole and perfect as you were created. Larry, you are whole and perfect as you were created. Perfect. I am whole and perfect as I was created. Write it down again, write it down a 3rd time. If you want to physically write, like, this is so beautiful because we like forget. We absolutely forget. I am whole and perfect as I was created. I am whole and perfect as I was created. I am whole and perfect as I was created. I love me. You can try that now too. I love me. Beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. You are. You're like an expression of the divine. Of course you're perfect. Just as you were created. Exactly as you were created. Larry, thank you. Yes. Marie, thank you. Beautiful. Doesn't that feel good? I feel good reading it. The energy coming back at me now feels really good. Yes. Yes, Betsy. I love me. I love me. All right, the next one, he says, send out what you want to attract back. Simple, but we forget. Send out what we want to attract back. A lot of times I'll do that when X happens. We put some condition. I'll act that way if they do this. No, just do it. If you want love, give love. You know, like that's just how it is. It's interesting with my dog. I see it with him all the time. If I want a certain thing from him, if I give it to him, he gives it back to me. Amazing. If I want love, I give him love, he gives it back. Like this is beautiful. Everyone is a child of God. Every single one of you, every single one of the people that we meet, every single person in government, every single person is a child of God. So try to see this even in those who behave in what appears to be a godless fashion, right? Have them rise up to the view that you have of them, right? That Pygmalion effect that we talked about. Step 4, he says, affirm to yourself and all others that you meet, I belong. The wisdom of creation intended you to be here, in this place, in this family, with these siblings and these parents, occupying this very precious space. Nobody here is by accident. Peg says, Bodhi never gave me back ice cream, but he gave you love, Peg. That was an expression of love. He'll give you lots of kisses. If he could make ice cream, he'd make it for you. All right, step 5, remind yourself that you're never alone. And this one stopped me. Did you guys like this bit with Mother Teresa? I've never really studied Mother Teresa's work. Like, I know of her work, but like I never studied her character. Does that make sense? And I agreed, Liz. Yeah, or Lou. Yeah, that's how I feel about being part of the ASEA company. Agreed. But this was so interesting to me. So this radio station in Phoenix had Mother Teresa on, and basically he kept saying to her, like, what can I do? I want to do something for you. Like, allow me to give you something. Allow me to do something for you. And I have to read it because this just blew me away. She looked at him and said, tomorrow morning, get up at 4 a.m., go out into the streets of Phoenix, find someone who lives there and believes that they are alone, and convince them that they're not. What a beautiful thing. So Mother Teresa was like, I don't need anything. But what the world needs, this being that thinks it's alone, that is by itself, that's on the streets, go tell them that they're not. Go remind them of the divinity that lives within them. That they are never alone, just as you're never alone. You're always have this light in you. Like when I read that, I was like, whoa. Like that just it made me want to learn more about how she operated in her day-to-day life. But like, just what a profound thing. What a profound thing. And guys, bring that into and catch yourself if you're being judgmental. Like, it's all God's people, you know, and everybody is the divine. Yeah. What Marie said, that was so cool. So many in this world think they are. Yeah, a lot of people think they're alone. I think it's an epidemic of aloneness. I think social media, interestingly, has made everybody feel more alone. Wild. It's supposed to be social. Peg says separation is the major way we get sick. Yep. That's why there's so much sadness in the world. Yep. Yeah. So connect with people from the heart. Number 6, he says respect your body. I also thought this was like fabulous view. He says you don't need to work at getting healthy. Health is something you already have if you don't disturb it. He says you've disturbed your health by overfeeding, under-exercising, or overstimulating, and it has thus made you fatigued, jumpy, anxious, depressed, bloated, ornery, and an endless other list of maladies. Honor the temple that houses you. It's the temple of God, right? People go and honor sacred places. Like, your vessel is sacred. Like, so beautiful. You know? This vessel right here is sacred. Honor it. Honor it. And it knows health. If you don't disturb it, it knows, right? You don't need a diet. You don't need anything. You just need to honor the vessel that you're in. Number 7, meditate to stay in conscious contact with your source, which always, always, always respects you. Number 7, meditate. So when you're connected to the field of intention, you're connected to the wisdom that's within you. It's like your little light gets hooked up to the big light. This little light of mine. Yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. I love that song, Lou. That song's gonna be in my head now like the rest of today. That made me really happy. So meditation, guys, the meditation we did, I've got meditations on my website, brainbodyself.com. Go to the self tab. And then also on here, on Instagram, on Facebook, we did meditation together. If we want to do another meditation, maybe we do that. We can do once a month or something, but let me know in Telegram. Let me know on here if another meditation is wanted. There's something about meditating in a group. I think that group energy is powerful. So just ask. Step 8, make amends with adversaries. Yeah, this one can be tough, right? That ego has a lot to say about this one. By radiating this forgiving energy outward, you'll find the same kind of respectful, positive energy flowing back toward you. Remember, what you give, you will receive. So, if we can give forgiveness, we'll get forgiveness. Marie says it'd be cool to do another meditation. Yes, agreed. So, if everybody wants one, we can do one. Step 9. Always remember the self in self-respect. Oh, this is where he wrote, the opinions of others towards you aren't facts, they are opinions. When I speak to an audience of 500 people, there are 500 opinions of me in the room at the end of the evening. And he says, I am none of those opinions. I cannot be responsible for how someone views me. You cannot be responsible for how someone views you. The only thing I can be responsible for is my own character, and this is true for every one of us. So take responsibility for the self, for your character, for how you show up. That's it, and that's all that matters. So those of you in my ASEA business, those of you doing business, all that matters is that you show up in an authentic way as you and stay in alignment with your truths, with what you know, and you're not at the mercy of anyone else. So stop letting yourself be dragged around by other people. Just stop. And the last thing, be in a state of gratitude, which that's everything. So I think let's end this chapter with just putting in the chat something you're grateful for. I am grateful to each and every one of you that you show up, that this book club is happening. It truly lifts me. I think this book would have been harder to get through were not discussing it with people. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. There's a lot in this book. So stopping, being able to digest, talking it through with you guys, seeing your responses, it's really helpful. So I have immense gratitude. Lou says, I'm grateful for this group. Peg says, I'm grateful for you. Back at you, Peg. So yeah, before you go, before we leave, put your gratitude down. Ron says, I'm prone to that approval. I will try to cut the umbilical cord. Yes, thankful for you all. Yes, Ron, just slice it. You are not at the mercy of anyone's opinion. Just shoot. No more. No more. I'm grateful for my son's father. Beautiful. I'm grateful for my 2 sons. Beautiful, Betsy. I'm grateful for this book. So good. I'm grateful for my husband. He is such a good man. I'm grateful for my family. Yeah. Doesn't it feel good? It feels good just reading it. It's like that affirmation. So much good energy. So many good vibes. Same man. 2 sons with him, and he's amazing. Yes. All right. Well, beautiful guys. We'll be back next week. Telegram chat. Let me know what you'd like in there. I've been kind of playing with, some positive stuff and whatever else. If we want to have more conversations in there, I'm learning Telegram with you. I just thought it'd be a good place to kind of hang out. And sorry, I just got distracted by a comment. So, I will see you next week. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and just sending lots of love. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for coming together. Thank you for creating such a beautiful space. All right. Lots of love, guys.